Welcome to Linux Hints YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the relationship between arrays and pointers in the C programming language. So we know what arrays are and we know what pointers are, and we have worked with arrays and pointers separately. But in this video, we are going to be working with arrays but by using only pointers. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a simple integer array of, let's say, 5 elements. Now you know that all the variables are stored inside a particular memory address. So I'm going to use a for loop to print out the addresses of each individual element of this array. So in this print statement, what I am doing is that I'm using the address operator to get the address of the ith element and printing it out to the terminal. And then just to showcase something, I'm going to also print out the address of the whole array. So I'm going to say something like the address of the array itself is, and in here I'm simply going to pass in the name of the array. Nothing else, no address operator needed. So now if I run this code, the first thing that you notice is that the address of the array is exactly the same as the address of the first element of the array. Another thing that you will notice is that the first address ends at 8 and the second address ends at C. Now this address is in hexadecimal format and both of these addresses are separated by a distance of 4 bytes. That is because the integer data type in the C programming language takes up to 4 bytes in the memory. So from this code we can conclude the following things: that the address of the 0th element or the element at the 0 index is the same as the array itself. Also, if we were to use pointers, we can say that the value of the element at the 0 index is the same as the pointer to the array. So by using these conclusions, we can deduce that the address of any element at the ith index is equals to array plus that index. Also, that the value of that element at the I index is equals to the pointer to array plus index value I. So what was the purpose of this function? Well, I'm going to take in the inputs from the user. Now normally when we take the input from the user, what we do is that we use a percentage symbol over here for the format specifier, and then we put an address operator of the array and to the element. But what if I don't want to use this address operator? In that case, I can simply use this deduction from here that save the value to array plus the I index. Similarly, if I wanted to calculate, let's say, the sum of the values that I take from the user, I can do that by first creating an integer variable, and inside this for loop, I am going to calculate the sum by using this deduction right over here, by using a pointer to the array plus the I value, which is the index value. So as you can see, we're not using the trivial means to get the elements or references to the elements, but rather we are just using pointers. And at the end, I'm going to print out the result to the user. So if I run this code, I need to input some values, so my result is 99. Rather than using the index value, what we did is that we used the address of the array and then we simply added in one integer value. Now one integer value takes up to 4 bytes. That is why we got the address of the next element in that array. So that was the relation of pointers and arrays in the C programming language.